Greetings, friends and family. Thanks for joining me. I've got one more quick dream I'd like to share. Sit back, buckle up, come with me, and enjoy the ride. Listen as I share. In this dream, it looks as though there is a young lady. There's a young lady in the airport. She's ready to board. She's ready to take flight. She is ready to soar. She has her belongings, her personal bags with her. They're all packed. She's ready to go. But guess what? Check this out, family. She has the bags of others with her. She's got the bags of old relationships, old friendships, old employees, co-workers, okay, employers, whomever. But guess what we call this, family? Baggage. There was a song a few years ago, a long time ago. You know this artist. She's a popular artist still today. Bag Lady. You're familiar with that song? This is what I'm speaking of, and this describes this situation. Bag Lady, you're trying to carry all these things with you, but they can't go. They can't go. She's ready to board. She has her personal belongings. She's going through the line. You go through the line, and then you get to the checkpoint. You get to the checking, family. You get to the testing. She's gotten to that point where she's ready to be tested. Okay, so she places her bags, her own personal bags, on the conveyor belt. And she places, like I said, this baggage also is coming along with her. She's kind of unaware that she has baggage. Like I said, what is baggage? Those old thoughts, from where people have done you wrong, where you thought that they've done you wrong, the broken pieces of our hearts, where we've been heartbroken from friendships, spouses and girlfriends and boyfriends, or simply friends. But we don't realize that sometimes we play a part in that as well. We let people walk all over you, show people how you want to be treated, okay? And this is what I'm learning for myself as well, family, not just sharing with you. So she's still carrying those thoughts with her. She's still carrying those broken pieces, that in her heart. She's carrying that still with her, unaware. Okay, but those things are laid up there too for all to see. Okay, so it goes through, back to the dream, family. The conveyor belt goes through. And at the checkpoint, family, there's an agent. In the States, we call them the TSA agent. He's checking us. Okay, he's checking us inside and out to make sure you're ready to board, to make sure, because some things just simply cannot go through. They're banned. They're banned. God has banned them. They just cannot go through to where you're trying to go. You can't take them with you. So back to the dream. There's the agent, okay? He's looking at all the things that she's laid on the belt, even her shoes, all those things. You're familiar with this. He's looking at it on the monitor. The machine, everything goes through the machine just like an x-ray, and it examines. Okay, you're at the checking. You're at the testing. It's examining you. He's examining, and everyone can see what's on the monitor. So he's looking through. He sees something, not from her own personal bags, but from that baggage that belongs to others. He sees something in there that simply can't through. It's not go through. It's not checking out. So he lets her know. He's kind enough. Okay, he does this discreetly. He says to her, "Ma'am, you've got X, Y, and Z in these bags over here, and you can't go through with these." So he kind of discreetly, like I said, whispers to her, "But you can get rid of them. Okay, that's not the end. You can get rid of them. If you take them the way over there," okay, he directs her, "and you drop them off at this point over here. Okay, but don't bring them back with you, and I'll let you back. Come on back to where you started." So she does this, family. She obliges. Okay, she follows the directions of this agent. Okay, sometimes God sends someone in your life to give you some advice. Okay, they're checking you, but they're also going to give you some advice what to do, how to drop those things. So she does that. She goes far away somewhere, She takes this thing, these bags, this baggage that doesn't belong to her, and she drops it and leaves it there. And she comes on back through. Well, what do you mean, T? Okay, so she's prayed about it. Okay, she's asked God for forgiveness. Okay, and she's also trying to forgive herself. She's forgiven herself for the part that she's played in the whole relationships and the situation where people have done her wrong or she's been hurt. So she forgives herself. She's asked God for redemption. Okay, and she's asked God for to release that thing and to forgive her. Okay, family. She's done all of those things now, and she's asking God to continue to lead and guide her on her next destination, on her way to take flight. Okay, so she's ready now. So she comes on back, gets back in line where she started from, back to the same agent, and he says, "Yeah, you're ready now." Your bags check out. You ditch those things. They can't go with you anyway. And now you're ready. He says, now you're ready. You're ready to move on. So he lets her, okay? He lets her move on. He lets her go through. In this dream, she's opening up the door because the doors were closed in this place, because you know how they take you off to the side if you got something that don't belong in your bags. So they open up the door. She moves on through that door, and now she is ready to board. She's ready to take her seat on the plane. She's ready to take flight, and she is ready to soar. Okay, so you may say, team, Tamara, what do you mean? Let's take it to layman's terms, okay? Let's use this in our everyday lives. Okay, so we've been through the testing. We're ready now. God has given us a plan. He's given us, guess what, family? Dreams. Okay, he's given us desires. Okay, and we've got that gift bag. Remember, we've got all these gifts that he's planted within us from birth. Okay, the things that we can do well, things that only we can do. Okay, so he's given us these things. They're in our gift bag. Okay, they're in our backpack back behind us. Okay, but we've got to take those things out. We've got to look at them. Hey, I see you. Okay, I'm ready to use you. I'm ready to use you now. Okay, we got to use those things, all right? And guess what? It's stopping us. Those old friendships. Those old exes from a long time ago, okay, where they've hurt us, okay, those old co-workers or employees, okay, where they've done something on the job, okay, they've done something ill will towards you to get you fired, to get you sitting back, okay, you can't go to that promotion anymore. That's what I'm talking about, family, old friendships, old relationships. Okay, those things are sometimes they've hurt us, and we've got to release those things because you're carrying that baggage from that unaware. It's still in the back of our heads and our minds. We think about it sometimes, and like I said, it's still in our hearts. We're carrying it in our hearts as well. We got to release and let go. So we get back to the dream. There's an agent, okay, at the checkpoint. He's checking us, okay. See what do you mean in actuality in everyday life? Who is checking you? Who's checking you? Who's checking you? Who's going to check you? Okay. Guess what? Sometimes your old friends from around the block who knew you back when you were 10 and 12 years old, okay? Those old friends you knew when you were 13 and 14 and 15, when you used to do whatever you used to do, when you used to lie, okay, when you used to cheat, when you used to steal. I remember you. Okay, where you think you're trying to go? Who do you think you are? Because I remember you when you used to do X, Y, and Z at the corner store down the street. I remember when, okay, you used to lie all the time. We used to cheat. I remember that. I remember when you used to have 10 and 12 girlfriends. I remember when you had boyfriend back to back. I remember they're going to bring up those things, okay? Who do you think you are? You trying to go where? You trying to soar? When you still, I remember that, okay? All right, so we got to let those things go. Who else is going to check us? Sometimes our family, the family who knew you when you were 2 and 3 years old, when you were a toddler, okay, all right, when you were a teenager, I remember they're gonna bring up those old stories, okay, because they remember them. They're gonna bring up those old stories. I remember when you used to lie all the time. I remember when you used to cuss at so and so. You would cuss so and so out. At the drop of a dime, you would start cursing people out when they call you out out on things. They remember those things. They remember when you used to get hot-headed. They remember when you used to be mean and nasty to people and lash out. They remember those things. So those are the people who are going to check you. Your old co-workers, you know, sometimes even your present employee or your present co-workers. You got all this stuff on your desk. You got all these meetings to go to. You got to do all these things on this checklist before I let you off so you can go do X, Y, and Z before you can soar. They're gonna remind you of those things. They're gonna remind you, okay, of all the things that you used to do at the old job. You know, you used to steal the ring of paper. They're gonna remind you of those things. But we've dropped and ditched those things. We've asked for forgiveness and redemption from our Father God. And we've asked also for forgiveness, okay, for us and the part that we've played in it. And we've also asked for forgiveness for the people who have done us wrong. Okay, so we've released that thing now. We've ditched it and we're ready to move on. Okay, those people are checking us. Okay, they're placing us up against a rock and a hard place. They're lighting, the heat underneath us. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. They're pressuring us to see, or we're gonna do those things we used to do and cuss people out. Okay, they're going to see if we're going to gossip, about all the people who've done you wrong. Okay, they're going to see. All right, but we're not falling for the trap, or we're not falling for Satan's trap because we're with God now and we're ready to soar because he's placed those dreams and desires in us. Okay, so we're ready to soar now, family. The door has opened up, okay, after we've checked it and dropped everything. The door is open up. We're ready to move through. We're about to take our seat on that plane. We're ready. We're ready to soar. We're ready to take off. We're ready to take flight to that next destination. And hey, come on with me. Join me. Come on, come on, come on. You ready? You're ready. You've got those gifts with you. You're ready. There, you've already honed in on them. Okay, you've already refined them. You've done that. Okay, so we're ready to board. We've got our plan in place, okay? And God has given us the dreams, okay, the picture. Okay, you can see it. Can you see it, family? We're ready, but we've got to first drop those things at the checkpoint, okay? And we're ready to board and take flight. We're ready to soar to that next destination. Family, I hope you've enjoyed this and are inspired by it. And until the next time, I'm T.Y. Walker of T.Y. Walker TV, T.Y. Walker TV on Facebook, T.Y. Walker TV on YouTube. Hey, shout me out down below and press like. Go to YouTube and press the bell on T.Y. Walker TV and subscribe. You don't have to pay. There is no fee, okay? It just simply lets you know when I come on next so you won't miss out on the dreams, okay? Hey, family, until the next time, I'm T.Y. Walker TV. Listen as I share. All right, I'll see you then.